Hi. Wow, I look really different without my beard today. Anyway, I want to try something new. Shave my beard, but I think I'm going to grow it back again. My son said that I look weak without my beard. OMG. So anyway, today I want to share with you this video, this story about changing your story can change your life. You know, what's your life story? Describe to me your life story. Describe to me the experiences that you learned, what you lived through, what you've experienced, right? And how you share these stories, how you narrate these stories will shape your life and your experiences now and in the future. So let me give you an example, right? Do you know someone who describes their life as, oh, my life is so difficult, or this person took this from me, this person stole my credit, this person made me feel this way, feel negative, right? How everything always goes wrong somewhere. Or the most famous is this: how life isn't fair. So, other than life being isn't fair, this way of telling stories is a very, very common way of telling stories. It's called a contamination storytelling. I call it negative storytelling, but it's also known as contamination storytelling. And contamination storytelling, like its name, right? This way of telling stories causes contamination, weaknesses, and disempowerment. So most of the time, people who take this approach or tell stories in a negative way or tell contamination stories, they tend to create and perpetuate feelings of being powerless, the hands are tied, I can't do anything, no choice. Or the Hokkien will say, bo bien. And then it also perpetuates feelings of feeling like a victimization of themselves. Okay. It's really common, and it's everywhere. But I want to introduce you a different way, a better way of storytelling that will change your life. It changed my life, and I think it will change yours as well. So it's the other side of the coin. So one side is called contamination storytelling, the other side is called redemptive storytelling. So people who believe that their lives are meaningful, worth something, worth pursuing something, they tend to tell stories that are filled with hope, growth, learnings, lessons, and love. And the most one thing that you must note is that, redemptive stories bring about a stronger sense of identity. It brings a stronger sense of feeling empowered. They feel bring a stronger sense of feeling that there's hope there, these people tend to perpetuate stories and feelings of having purpose, having meaning, and having a sense of control. I don't believe in lying. I don't believe in spinning stories. We don't have to lie or spin shit, right? Truths are truths, but we can reframe the way you and I, tell stories, right? Be it to ourselves or to others. Okay. You don't have to change a lot of things. You can make small, really small micro edits to your personal stories that can have immense effects, powerful, positive effects on yourself. This will cause you the feelings of feeling good, feeling purposeful, feeling meaningful, feeling well. You can also boost your mental health. So how to change your stories? I use two common words that I really like: what I learned and what I hope. The words what I learned, right? It makes me take on the hat of a student, where I'm a beginner, I am learning, I will make mistakes. And the function of this, what I learned as a student, is I'm looking for the lessons, the life lessons in there that can increase my repertoire, increase my experience, so that I either know what not to do in future or what I can do more of in the future. Okay, that's what the head of what I learned helps me to do. And then when I use the word what I hope puts a perspective of hope in a time frame. What I hope is something good that is to come. What I hope, you don't hope for negative stuff lah. You don't like hope for the person to fall and break something. No, always put on a positive spin. I hope in the future we can have a better life. I hope that I can master this ability to tell myself a better story, a better narrative of my life, so that I can learn better, right? So An example, right? Instead of saying, oh my gosh, my life is so difficult, I have struggles every day, I will instead reframe it and change it to say, to learn, to say, I learn to hone and harness patience working in this trying place or trying environment, right? And I hope that this patience that I learn, this patience that I harness, will become a very powerful ability when I become a mom or a dad or become an entrepreneur, become a fur baby parent, or when I have to face a tougher challenge later. So it's more like taking a positive spin in a good way, reframing how we tell these stories to ourselves, right? And the reason why I share this because I know that we create our own personal histories as we live life and experience life on a daily basis. But I must remember as well that we have the power and ability not only to write our daily experiences, but we have the ability to reframe, rewrite, the kind of stories, the kind of lessons we want to have and remember to fill our lives and experience with meaning, love, and purpose. Just by focusing on what is cool, choosing what we want to focus on. It makes a big difference. So today, I want to encourage you and recommend you to choose to fill your stories with hope, growth, lessons learned, and love. So tell me, what stories will you tell moving forward? I will tell good stories. Tell redemptive stories, okay? Take care. Bye.